So basically, when I went to tech school, I wanted to be a hermit the entire time. I didn't want to interact with other people very much. So pretty much there's a program, I guess I'll start way back, like further back. There's this program that they start out with called CAS, Career Assessment Service. Everyone that goes to that school has to go through that first. I think in the back of my head I knew I was always going to go into automotive, but I just said, you know what, I'll just write it out and see what happens. So this is about 2019, and we're getting about 3-4 weeks in, and there's kids going, bro, they're going to shut it down for COVID. They're going to shut the school down because of COVID. And I was like, yeah, right, that's not going to happen. We're not going to be sent home because of this. This is just a freak out. This is not going to happen. And then one day, they pulled us into the hallway and went, you're all going to go home because of coronavirus. You all graduated.
Governor said 3 weeks.
Yeah, what was it, like 3 weeks of slow spread or whatever? God, how optimistic we were back then. So then I went to my trade and we went home. And then it was probably a year or two before I went back. And so then I go back to go into general maintenance. I'm in my general maintenance term, GMer. And one day I'm taking out my trash. And I'm walking to the dumpster. And at the time, Drew drove this Volkswagen Jetta. It was this diesel Volkswagen Jetta. And
monstrosity of the car.
Yeah, what I did was I put my trash in there, and you drive up and go, get in, we're invading Poland. And my Polish ancestors looked at me in horror. And my German ancestors looked at me with pride. So I got in his car to bring glory to the fatherland.
You know, we gotta show them Slavs what for.
I think we actually just went to the store and did a couple other things, and I told you we were talking about guns at some point, and I went, yeah, I have a Mosin Nagant, and you went, of course you have a fucking Mosin Nagant.
Yeah, because everyone has a Mosin. Because they were like $80 at one point.
They were. I way overpaid for mine. I had my Mosin was mutilated by some FUD. So it had this stupid like scope mount on it. And there used to be a scope there, but it was gone. And not to mention the bolt would stick, because all of them do that. Unless, if they're wore out, which mine probably was. Swapped the bolt head out, took that off, and put the iron sights back on. And yeah, but I way overpaid. I think it was like probably $300. I never go to that sporting goods store anymore. They're all overpriced. They suck. But yeah, and then one day we were in the smoke shack, because Drew was out there smoking, and I went out there with him, and he was talking about the 1911, and I just had to blurt out, the 1911 won 2 world wars!
Yeah, and the moment you said that, I was like, alright, I know I can get along with this guy.
Yeah.
What 2 world wars?
I just bring up FUD lore whenever I could.
I also showed you how to play New Vegas and dab on an old man and steal 37 gold bars.
Yeah, how to steal all the gold bars from the bottom of the Sierra Madre. I was never able to do that myself.
Oh, it's super finicky because Elijah has a 10 in perception, so you have to kind of be the sneakiest, sneaky, cheeky, breaky that you can be.
I think the other problem was I didn't put very many points into sneak either, so that might have been the other part of the issue. Because
I mean, you could cheese it by using a stealth boy and just save scumming. So once he gets around the corner, you just save, and then if he sees you, you just load back to that save, and then you just keep war of attrition with your 37 gold bars.
Yeah, I was never able to do it. I'm not an epic gamer like Drew is.
I am an epic gamer.
Yeah. What else do we do? Oh, I don't think they're ready for this story yet. There was one time when
what is it?
We went deer hunting.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, yeah.
So this story involves certain bodily fluids. if that grosses you out, you might just want to end the video here. Are you okay with me telling the story of the monster can?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Please
because
do.
I remember at the time he was like, "Don't you tell anyone about this," but I think it'll be funny now. So, his family has some hunting property. I won't say where, but it's a rural part of Michigan. Historically, actually, I think it was in his family, right? Because this is back when I think it was Ulysses S. Grant, like, handed out land to people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when it dated back to. So it's a very old property up there in Michigan. So he invites me out there to go deer hunting, and that one morning I go out and we're in this deer stand, one of the deer stands out there, and it was very cold that morning, and neither of us really had adequate gear for those kind of temperatures.
I didn't expect it to be -40.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so it was very cold that morning, and we're sitting there, and then Drew always drank a lot of Monster. I don't know. Do you still drink a lot of Monster?
I absolutely do.
Yeah, I usually like to get a white Monster in the morning. When you drink a white Monster and it brings out the white monster. I love that joke. But yeah, so we had a Monster. So at one point he has to pee really bad. Yeah, so he goes, "Don't look, I'm gonna go in this Monster can," because you can't just go out in the woods and pee because the deer are gonna smell that. They're gonna smell you, and it will kind of keep them away. So he went in that Monster can, and then he said, like, "Well, I can't believe it. Like, a Monster can can hold an entire bladder's worth of piss." And I said, "Yeah, dude, it's equivalent exchange. You drink one can of Monster, you get one can of piss."
Yeah, and the fact I'm holding this can after I peed in it, and the first thing that comes to my mind, I just zero filter, just went, "Travis, it's warm."
Yeah, so what happened was, I was sitting there, and you're sitting there in a corner just giggling, and I'm like, "What? What is so funny?" And you just went, "Dude, it's warm."
Our heat source was the pee Monster can.
And then we just like walked a trail to get back inside to warm up. At this point, I could not feel my feet at all. We got back inside. Later in the day, we're in a different deer stand that had like a little kerosene stove in it, and he's trying to light it. And I went, "Watch this!" I had a can of Pringles in my backpack. Well, if you didn't know, like potato chips or anything like that, they have oils on them that are flammable. So if you ever need to start a fire and you have like an empty bag of chips, you can use that empty bag of chips to start it. So I took out like 5 or 6 Pringles, and I set them on the bottom of it, and I started it with the potato chip. We were calling them potato chips because we're stupid. So then I managed to get that, because I was lighting this potato chip, and you're going, "Oh my god, this is so cursed."
It was cursed. All the survivalists on YouTube and TV, they're out there, starting fires with 2 sticks, rubbing them together, and you got Doofus and Goofus in a deer blind using potatoes to start a fire because we're frozen.
Start a fire with potato chips.
Potato chips.
The other thing, this is really dumb, but there was a piss jug, like a plastic milk carton that was the piss jug, because like I said, you can't just pee out in the woods because you'll give your scent away. And so we were sitting at another deer stand at another time, and the entire time I'm sitting there, Drew just keeps going, "The piss jug." He just kept saying that over and over. He just kept going, "The piss jug."
Piss jug.
Like that too.
Yeah, because we're goobers and we have a shared tism.
We have a shared tism, yes. So we didn't really see much out there all day. Maybe we were being too loud. Who knows? And
we did get a deer.
I'm getting to that. I go inside to warm up, and I thought, you know what? Before the sun goes down, let's go have another look. And you were walking the trail And I joined up. I said, I wanted to have one last look before it gets dark. So then we're walking on this trail, and then finally he sees this doe. So he shoots that, and we got the deer. We got what we wanted, so... yeah.
We had the meat.
We have the schmeat.
The